Hey guys, Jeff Beggins here. Welcome to the beautiful Sandalwood Beach Resort. All right, you and I both know that's full of shit. This is not beautiful. There's nothing nice about this. It's disgusting. And the hurricane ate it, so it is in terrible shape. We purchased it several months back and to do something really cool in the area. And I just want to give you guys an update of kind of where we are, because a lot of people are asking what's going on with it, why it's been sitting here. It's been sitting here because before you do a demo to tear a property down, you've got to do the environmental inspections, and back in the day they used a lot of asbestos, even on glue on windows, and it's amazing. So you have to do the asbestos abatement, which is now complete, and now we're just ready. In the next few days, this will be coming down completely and revealing a beautiful lot. So let's talk about from development, because a lot of people just think, boom, you buy a piece of property, you build something, and it's done. And it could be that, right? But the challenge you have is when you're local, like we are, and you actually give a shit about the community, and you want to make something beautiful that you're proud of that lasts the test of time and becomes iconic, then you view things from a different lens. So we looked at this property here and we're like, all right, we obviously can do better. But to me, that's not better, right? Personally, I hate this, right? For a lot of reasons, right? This was our path of least resistance, right? We could have completely ripped this down, put up some high-end luxury condos, been sold out and been done. But then we're gonna have an ugly ass shoebox, right? Pardon me if you live in Oceans 12, even though we're not great neighbors, you know why. But I could have done another ugly building like that and had it been done, but I don't want to. We don't want to. Bill and I sit back and we're like, all right, what are we gonna do different? So we came up with a beautiful design to build a really nice resort that people can own units in and come enjoy it when they want to. When they're not here, they can rent it and help it pay for itself and cash flow and do the things it needs to do to make it more affordable for more people to enjoy this lifestyle, right? So that's kind of how the lens that we want, because we're fortunate to live out here and we think everybody should have the opportunity to do that. So we try to make it as affordable as we can. And when you can offset the expenses with a great amount of income, it makes it a lot easier for people to afford to own a piece of this beautiful lifestyle, right? So that's kind of the premise of what we do. So what we went through on this one is we designed a really cool building, right? Here's a picture of it. And in order to do this, we needed a little bit of relief from the city, but nothing extraordinary. So if you look on the side of this building, and this is how the sausage gets made, guys. I know a lot of you are curious about the development process and like watching it, so here it is. So when you peek all the way down the side of this building, this is the property line. About 2 feet in, not even 2 feet in, is one of the side of the buildings, right? They see it protruding out on the bottom. On the other side of the building, it's exactly the same. So that's about a 2-foot setback from the property line. Ridiculous, should not be that. I agree with that. So we designed something that was 9 feet setback on both sides, which many of these buildings are. And we designed a hotel that actually worked, so we could stagger it a nice way so everyone had some great balconies looking out over in one direction. And the other thing was interesting in the zoning restrictions is 2 heights. Getting in the weeds, but I think it's interesting for you guys. So if you look at the overall height of a building, there's 2 dimensions in the codes. You have overall height and you have habitable height. And habitable height is how high the living space is, and overall height is how high the top of the parapet or the wall is, right, on that one. So what we needed was a little bit of relief on the habitable height, not the overall height, because we respect that and we never want to push the height on these buildings. So we just wanted to not have to have 8-foot ceilings, because I don't know the last time you guys enjoyed an 8-foot ceiling, but it was probably 50 years ago when they used to build that way. But now they're 9.5-foot, 10-foot ceilings is what people enjoy and want in a luxury lifestyle and vacation experience. So we wanted to do that. So the city came back and said, no, you can't have your setbacks, and no, even though nobody would ever see it and it doesn't matter and it makes a lot of sense, we're still not going to give you the habitable height variant. So that didn't work. So now we said, okay, but then we said, should we just do this and just be done with it, build an ugly shoebox and make millions of dollars and move on? No, because we don't live in New York and we're not down here just to rape and pillage the community to take cash and leave. We actually live here and we want something beautiful. So we took all of that money, all of that time, flushed it down the toilet and said, let's start fresh and start another cool, really design. So we reconfigured it, we made it really work. It's gorgeous, we'll reveal it pretty soon. And now we're gonna go back in where we're not gonna ask for anything. And we said, fine, we'll just do what we wanna do and we'll make it awesome and epic and do the things that we're gonna do. So that's what's happening with this. So this will be going down in the next few days. And then you'll see another beautiful beachfront lot as we get the plans tweaked and we just finalize the floor plans and the layouts, and then we send it out for construction pricing to see how much it's gonna cost. And then that'll kind of back up to what do we need to make to sell some of the units. Are we gonna sell some? Are we not gonna sell some? Are we gonna sell all? Are we gonna sell none? all those decisions are going to happen in the background. And then once we will decide to sell at least some of them, and then we'll have some great marketing done, and we'll put them out on the market, and people want to reserve one and buy with some pre-construction, and they'll get the best deals. You know how it works, right? So that's the process that's going on. Probably not going to be called Sandalwood, might be called Sandalwood, I don't know. I'm open to your suggestions. We're open to locals who actually have a stakehold in the community. What do you guys want to see from a name? And from an amenity perspective, we're looking to do a really cool restaurant here as well, and someplace that you're going to be proud to bring your friends from out of town and your family from out of town and just you yourselves come to enjoy. So that's kind of what we're doing, is long-term building epic lifestyle resorts around here. So that's what's happening at the Sandalwood here in North Reddington Beach. So stay tuned, follow, like, subscribe, take a look, and you'll see all the process from teardown to test pilings, to footers, to foundations, to going vertical, to grand opening. We'll take you every step of the way on this one. We'll take you through the schooner, we'll take you through the beach maker, we'll take you through the one down in Johns Pass, and the other ones we come up with along the way. So if you ever have interest in investing in some of these projects with us, let me know. You want to get one of the pre-construction units before they hit the market, let me know. And there's more the merrier. If you want me to help teach you how to buy one of these, let me know, right? If you want to figure out how to do one of these, let me know, right? We have a lot of stuff going on. We need more people that want to do cool stuff. So reach out, and we're happy to teach you everything that we know and come do some stuff alongside of us. So thanks for following, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.